Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the performance so far. I just wanted to take a moment to get you to look into your programs. If you'll notice, the testimony that you're about to hear has a little bit more of mature content. So if you'd like to step out, if you have small children or anything, or you just feel like you want to step out for a few minutes, we got plenty of pictures and stuff like that for you guys to look at outside in the lobby. And our ushers will bring you back in when she's done talking, but I guarantee you it's something you don't want to miss. It's a beautiful testimony. Unfortunately, we don't get to choose our testimonies, and Bryana is stepping into her calling today to tell her story. And we appreciate your support and your love for her during this, and we just want to welcome her to the stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryana and I'll be sharing my testimony with you this evening. Has anyone ever heard of the game Bean Boozled? It's a game that consists of different flavor and colored jelly beans. For example, you can have 2 brown jelly beans that look exactly alike, but you don't know which one tastes like chocolate pudding and which one tastes like canned dog food. For anyone who knows me, I would be described as the brown jelly bean who tastes like chocolate pudding. She's sweet, bubbly, always laughing, funny, silly, goofy, and consistently smiling. She comes to class and she's happy, she's kind to others, she picks up the energy of the classroom. I guess you've all managed to be Bean Boozled, because I would describe myself as the canned dog food tasting bean. Being Bryana Michelle Coen means I play the game of Bean Boozled with you every day. Who am I really? What does being mean really mean? I'm the person in a crowded room that feels alone. The girl who believes she's worthless when told she's loved. I'm the burden that everyone tells me I'm not. I'm the anxiety in my chest, the panic attacks at night, the self-harm on my arms, body, and mind. I am the leftovers of rape and sexual abuse, and when I'm told that I'm strong, I want to scream because in reality, I'm terrified. The moment he climbed on me, he took my innocence and I stopped feeling and started cutting. I stopped trusting and started hiding. If you're a man, don't look at me too long, don't reach out to touch me, don't hug me, don't walk behind me, don't smile at me, and God, please don't hurt me. Struggling with depression and trying to stay close to my faith, to me, is the equivalent of having cataracts. I can't see where God is because the depression is a cloak over my eyes and blinds me and only allows me to see gray. I've never been the perfect Christian. I can't stand up here and quote scripture word for word, but that's okay, because believing in God isn't about how much of the Bible you have memorized. It's about allowing yourself to go on a journey with Him. Saying this, though, makes me feel like a hypocrite. I stand here and I talk about going on a journey, but I feel I'm the last person who deserves to talk to God. Before the spring semester started, I had my first suicide attempt. The phone call from my mom and Angie and Brandon coming to my apartment is what saved me that day. To this day, I struggle to pray because I don't understand how God can still love me after I try to take my life, after I pray for Him to take my life. Since the beginning of the spring semester, I've had multiple attempts on my life, and I started self-harming. A lot of you might wonder how I'm still here today. Angie, will you come on stage, please? My answer is Angie. Every time I thought about killing myself, Angie's name popped in my phone, asking me if I'm okay and sending me positive energy. She never gave up on me. The last rehearsal we had before we started tech and dress rehearsal, I was in a really bad mental headspace that day. Her company was supposed to have Bible study after rehearsal, but I had no intentions of going because I was planning on killing myself when I got home from practice. After rehearsal ended, I walked over to get my things and I looked up and immediately my eyes met Angie's and she asked me, "Are you coming to Bible study?" I hesitated. In that moment, I was confident she knew I wanted to say no, and she looked at me and she said, "You're coming." Without knowing, she saved my life that day. It's true, I still feel like I can't speak to God. But it's also in that moment that I realize God is still speaking to me. He knows I'm stubborn and I don't listen, so he sent me Angie. He sent me my friends to remind me that the enemy is after me and I have to seek Jesus in order to have peace. There isn't a happy ending to this testimony. This is still very much an ongoing struggle for me, but hear me when I say God is real. And as hard as I've been fighting to take myself out of this world, God has been fighting harder to keep me. Thank you.